Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you're reading this, Zoe Flowers here, back with another reading. And this one is for the new moon. But first and foremost, let me say thank you, thank you, thank you to all of you who wished me a happy birthday on Sunday. Who knew that I didn't realize the powerful week that we were coming up on. Yeah. So decided to just do a quick reading on it. So we have a new moon this week. Good morning to whoever joined. Good rising, I should say. We have a new moon happening this Thursday. Very exciting. New moon in Libra. Mars is still in retrograde. Mars is as close to Earth as it has been in the past 15 years. Mercury retrograde. Mercury goes into retrograde today. Mercury will be in retrograde until next month. I think Mercury goes direct on November 12th. November 3rd, my bad. November 3rd. So we'll do a couple of things here. The first thing that we're gonna do is let's just do a quick reading on the new moon in Libra first, okay? So let's do that first. All right. Thanks again for the birthday love. I appreciated all the love. It was so sweet. Yeah, it was good. Okay. What is the guidance for this new moon? What is the guidance for this new moon in Libra? What I'm feeling is a feeling of not wanting to be boxed in. In fact, I was hearing one of my favorite songs from the 80s, from the Rumblefish soundtrack. Rumblefish. I believe it was directed by Francis Ford Coppola, starring Matt Damon. I believe Timothy Hutton was in Rumblefish. Maybe that's my imagination. But the song, Don't Box Me In. Don't box me in. Let go. I told you not to. Don't box me in. Perfect vibe for this new moon, right? New moon in Libra sitting across from Aries, which is retrograde. And as I think more about these placements more, I think about Aries and Libra, although opposed on the zodiac, on the wheel, how they both want the same things. And I may have talked about this Aries-Libra relationship on my last reading. They both want the same things. They both want to bring a sense of balance, but in very different ways. Aries, the god of war, of soldiers, right? Libra, justice. Why do people go to war? Well, some would say to bring about a sense of justice. Other people might say something else, right? So this new moon is presenting us with an opportunity to see things from a different perspective, right? And so the first message, I'm on Facebook doing a live. Speaking of Aries, I'm on Facebook doing a live video. So the first thing we have for this new moon is release in reverse. So those of you all that have been participating in my readings for a while, you know when a card is in reverse, it is an energy that is yet to be released. So, and what do they have in their hands? So to me, this feels very much like crystals, right? Precious stones, precious materials. And so perhaps this new moon finds you holding on to precious materials, holding on to the things that are sacred when there is a need to share them, right? There is a need to release. Perhaps this new moon finds you drifting, right? Not knowing which way to go, which way to turn. And I would say that the more you are able to release, the more you are able to let go, the less this feeling of drifting will be. That is the vibe for the new moon in Libra. Let's see what else we got. What are you going to eat? How's your knee? Does it feel any better? Don't make that face.
If I said it's hurting, mom, I say it feels better.
On a scale of 1 to 10? It's gone down.
It ain't going down there.
Well, it's still raining. Yeah, it's still raining. I'll make you some tea. Well, make your tea.
Huh?
You want honey in it?
Yeah.
So then we have sovereignty in reverse, right? So if things are not going your way by the time, here we are at the full moon, understand that there is growth, that growth is happening, growth is occurring. There is a need for growth. There is a need to see things differently. And that is what the new moon is bringing you the opportunity to do, right? Because it's like you're going from drifting to sovereignty in reverse to growth. So the more that you can release, and you have sovereignty in reverse over, you have release in reverse sitting over sovereignty in reverse. What is in the upright? Drifting and growth.
You talking to somebody?
Yes. Yeah.
On the screen?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
They saw you. Yep. They did. They saw you. Ow, cat.
You ain't fed them?
Not yet. I thought you wanted me to make your tea.
You're busy. You bring it up on the room.
Oh, okay. So that is the new moon. So the new moon is here to show you what you're still holding on to. Whatever it is you're still holding on to, that is what's causing the drifting. That's the new moon, right? Wow. This is interesting too. You see this release. Look at that. Going to the sovereignty. And when I say a card is in reverse, that means there's an energy that needs to be revealed. Isn't that interesting that release is sitting right over sovereignty? So it's like release your inner sovereign being. Why not use that Mars energy to do that? Isn't that interesting? That is so interesting. Okay, now let's do the retrograde reading. And you are just washing dishes and I am recording and recording.
Okay. And I'm not like to just trying to
But
run.
you are running water.
I want to run this bag out where I can wipe off the dirty stove. So
You're going to get it.
I know.
Okay, now the retrograde. What is the message for the retrograde? Mercury is retrograde today. So you want to make sure that you are looking at all contracts. Wow, look at that. You want to make sure that you're looking at all contracts closely. What did I say? This is why it was titled Triggered. So, oh my God, and they have on masks? I never noticed this before. Yo, that's crazy. Why they got on masks? This did not come out during the pandemic. Wow. So this is here. So, right, the title is Triggered. It's called Triggered, right? And so these are the vibes. These are the energies that this retrograde could be bringing up. But again, here's that balance, right? Just like the new moon. So the guidance is to not allowing yourself to be disrupted, not allowing your energy to be disrupted. And the more that you can work on your foundation, going back to this energy, this drifting energy, right? The better off you'll be. Because what do we have? We have the Two of Cups in reverse. So this retrograde could definitely be bringing a disruption. A disruption in communication. When we know Mercury retrograde is about communication, right? Like this is the perfect card for Mercury in retrograde because Mercury rules Gemini. Mercury rules communication. And it is in reverse. So if you are entering into contracts, make sure that you read the fine print. You know, people say don't start anything new in the retrograde season. Don't start any new work relationships. If you have a continuation on relationships, that's fine, but you don't want to be starting anything new. I don't know if I really believe that. You just want to make sure that you are paying attention to everything. Pay attention to everything that you see and not let people trigger you. That's why it's called Triggered. Right? People, places, or things. Yep. So we have Will in reverse. I'm showing it upright, but it's in reverse. Sitting under the Five of Wands. And then we have Surrender in reverse. Much like that release card. And then we have Balance. Wow. Showing up for Libra season. Under the Two of Cups in reverse. Interesting. So what do I always say about Libra season? Breaking things apart so that you can achieve the balance. That is the same vibe for the retrograde. Perhaps this dissension, this confusion, this gossip, this anger has showed up to help you release the will and turn the wheel right side up and not upside down. Yeah? Conversely, that Five of Wands energy, the goal is to increase the ability to surrender. not unlike the Will in reverse. And then the Two of Cups energy, the energy of relationships, of contracts, again in reverse, which makes perfect sense for the retrograde. Ultimately, to bring about a balance. So that's it. That is the vibes for the retrograde season, for the new moon energy. I hope that this resonates. Drop down in the comments. Let me know if it does. As always, if you want to book a private reading, you can DM me and I'll see you next time. Bye.